because of the very special partnership between our countries, not just in the business that we do with one another, but the values we share, values of democracy, responsibility, the rule of law, and fair play. With so much in common when it comes to trade, values, culture, and of course people, with 1.5 million people of Indian origin living in Britain, ours is a natural partnership. Look around India and Britain and you can see the evidence. We listen to each other's music, eat each other's food, and share a passionate rivalry with each other on the cricket pitch. And on that note, I'm looking forward to the test series that begins between England and India in Gujarat on Wednesday. When two countries are as old as India and the United Kingdom, it is tempting for many to look to the past, to talk about the years that have already gone, and to take for granted or make assumptions about the links that we have. Frankly, people in Britain have done that too often in the past. I don't want to do that. I want to talk about the importance of this relationship today and the limitless possibilities that I believe will be open to us in the future. I will use this visit to discuss with Prime Minister Modi, his team, and Indian businesses how we can work together to seize those possibilities, building a partnership that is focused resolutely on shaping our shared future bilaterally and on the global stage. I've said that we want Britain to be the most committed and most passionate advocate of free trade in the world. That is because free trade creates a rising tide that lifts all boats. It makes us all richer. It creates jobs. It increases investment. It improves productivity. It transforms living standards and creates opportunities for all of our citizens. These are the reasons we believe in free trade. It's why, as Britain leaves the European Union, we're determined not to turn our backs on the world, but to forge a new global outward-looking role for ourselves. Because we know from history what happens when countries do not embrace the opportunities of the world. They stagnate, they get poorer, they don't protect their people, they make them worse off. Of course, no country owes any other country a living, but we stand the greatest chance of success when we work with partners with whom we share similar values, legal systems, approaches to business, and ways of looking at the world. That's why I've made my first trade mission and my first bilateral visit outside Europe to India. Because more trade, more investment, and fewer barriers to doing business in our two countries will make us all more prosperous, peaceful, and secure. And within this unique partnership, there is so much potential for us to advance those things. We have a strong starting point, with Britain investing more in India than any other G20 country, and India investing more in Britain than it does in all other EU countries put together. Indian businesses, over 800, are a fixture of British life, with one, Jaguar Land Rover's owner Tata, our largest manufacturing employer. Right now, there are British businesses exporting everything from engines to insurance to India. So much of that is enabled by the fact that we have between our two countries this very special bond. But those things are happening despite the continued existence of the barriers to trade and barriers to cooperation. Just think how much further we could go if our governments worked even more closely together, if we took even more advantage of the links between us, and if we put not only trade and investment, but also the exchange of ideas, innovation and technology at the heart of our ambitions. There couldn't be a more appropriate place to focus on that than at the UK-India Tech Summit, for this is where so much scope for that increased trade and investment lies. With 3 Indians experiencing the internet for the first time every second, with the country on course to be a digital market of 1 billion people, and with so many graduates launching startups from Mumbai to Hyderabad, or Siderabad as it's known, this is an area filled with opportunities. Indeed, I'm looking forward to visiting Bengaluru tomorrow to see the start-up capital of India for myself.